It's the NFL on EA Sports. And for the first time ever, Germany will play host to an NFL game. It's the Hawks and the Bucks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is expanding across borders as we join you from Munich, Germany and fabled Allianz Arena. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucks are underway. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, the quarterback, 23-year veteran, who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who loves football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. The career that's seen him accomplish just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
To the air right away is Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 31, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
9 yards of pickup there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against this big receiver. You got to get in there and get physical with him. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what now already? Can they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to get a football here at their own 4-yard line. But when I look down, he's kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Geno. And he'll get this to his running back, DJ Dallas. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? It's defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some room to get this out to about the 14. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and pick up the first down.
Brady now on 1st down. To Evans on the slant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into the passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got Otten, and he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
The coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have Bucks first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Fournette running right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Brady to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff. He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. He ran a little shallower than normal as he works straight across the field. He's hoping he get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Complete it to Fant on the right side. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. If you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Just beating the play clock. Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Anything like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Run game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To throw is Smith.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. Over the middle, and he's got good one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
3rd and 2, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 7-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got more downs here. We're going to go for it on fourth down unless there's a disaster on third. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on fourth down.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, here's Myers, booted away.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he will be brought down here inside at 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, he's got a little Dale. And now look at this. Big gain to fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways, but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And a question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On first down, Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Second and 11 now.
On the draw, this is Fournette. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and get enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. Since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Brady now to throw. Underneath, he's got Brady. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2nd and 6. Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Brady again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Smith, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 1st down, Seattle, pick up a 13. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st and 10, Smith.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be a start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Brady now on 1st down. And Brady has it over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
1st down now with that clock rolling. Now Brady. And break, the tight end's got it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady underneath. He's got Brady. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Brady going to throw. This is caught by Evans.
And he's going to hand it 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on out and trying to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on board here late in first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you back across the Atlantic to Orlando, as we say Guten Tag to our guys standing by. That's Jonathan Coachman. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin its third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, they'll kick up the drive with Dallas. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Powers through him. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So one play, and they're all already just shy of midfield.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
44 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make the second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
On second down and 4, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fournette running out of the gun.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. On first down, Smith. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're stepping ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Ryan Suckabon for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. The ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and brought by the nose of the football. He's going to have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw.
On a slant, it's Fant.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stopped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
When you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Buccaneers territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go, man. Let's go, fellas. Let's ride, dog. Who's going to make a play?
Now Gino on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Hard to remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis. I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look at each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
The last series for a little disappointing, forced to punt, and now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on a football.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called it old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They kept the receiver from the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now. Prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Up the gut, Fournette.
And it's a determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Boy, what would these guys do without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Fournette. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
From the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the run. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Cameron Brate from 6 yards away.
And the Buccaneers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From the 6.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he is swallowed up late at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field, downfield.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 first down Seahawks.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
This is Dallas, an inside handoff.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now Smith.
He's going to get this underneath to Dallas.
And they'll get him down to about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Brady to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defense guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a give to Fournette. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier, probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to swell the lead to 6. Succop's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted them.
If you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll run with Walker to begin a drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Smith. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Off the middle, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to work. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Geno now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Understand he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped him on some time, but that one goes incomplete.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle is made at the Bucs 18. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try to run some clock with Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on a first down carry. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 6, 55 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now it's Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Yeah, this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden likes to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Running right, here's Walker. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.